Remote and wild, where the water and land becomes as one. This is Yellowknife and the Northwest Territories of Canada. It's mid-March, when the sun is up for about 8 hours a day, and the spring festival begins. Now for the fun facts no one really cares about, but for some reason I feel that I have to include them. So here goes. Yellowknife was first discovered in 1770 by English explorer Sam Hearn. He named the area Yellowknife due to the fact that the local Indians, the Dene, carried yellow knives, which were actually made from copper. Copper had been known and used by the Eskimos and Indians for centuries, as it was easy to find and mostly on the surface and in relatively pure state. In 1789, a trading fort was established there to take advantage of the 1,080-mile long and 2-mile wide Mackenzie River, along with the over 1,500 miles of tributaries and many large lakes connecting to it. This also started the copper mining industry. In 1898, gold was discovered, and shortly after that came tungsten, silver, and uranium. Yellowknife officially became a city in 1936 with a population of about 700. In 1967, Yellowknife became the official capital of the Northwest Territories. Well, it seems the ladies were tired of gold, and uranium was making them glow in the dark. So they discovered diamonds, and the Diavik Diamond Mine was born, and began operations in 2003, and now generates over $1 billion a year. There are presently 4 diamond mines in production in the Yellowknife area. These are polished diamonds from the Diavik Mine. In 2015, the clear Foxfire diamond was discovered in this mine. At 187.7 carats, it is the largest clear diamond ever found in North America and was made over 2 billion years ago from pure carbon. In October of 2018, a yellow diamond of 552 carats was found in the same mine. That is by far the largest diamond of any kind discovered in North America. To get an idea of value, a 19-carat pink diamond just sold for over $50 million. This is the Great Slave Lake with cars, boats, and buildings on its frozen surface. The population today is approximately 20,000. About 11,000 are European and Asian. The rest of the population is Aboriginal, First Nation, Dene, Inuit, and Métis. Yes, that is an airplane runway. At this time of year, the nightly temperature falls to -30. Or more, with daily highs reaching a -15 to -10. One late afternoon, it did reach a high of -6, which the people blamed on global warming or climate change. Aircraft are a vital lifeline in remote areas. You'll need one of these with skis in the winter and pontoons in the summer if you plan on going very far from Yellowknife. Cute polar bear license plate of the Northwest Territories. Be sure to test the ice, as in March it is usually only 7 to 9 feet thick. It's a smooth ride on this 70-mile-long section of ice road. By law, these guys have priority. If you aren't a local, there are only a few ice roads you can legally drive on. Yellowknives prepare for their spring festival by building their ice castle and sculptures in late February so they can be ready for opening on March 15th. They celebrate the arrival of spring with a festival which lasts from the 15th to the end of March, although the ice castle usually remains open until late May. You can bet it's fit for a queen. Here's Bullock's Bistro in Old Town, which has been around for a long time and serves up fresh fish from the Great Slave Lake along with local wild game. It's not cheap, but so very good and plenty of it. Its walls are decorated with photos and writings from thousands of people from all over the world. All the sauces, breads, and dressings are made in-house from secret recipes. The place is very popular, and reservations are recommended, or you may have a long wait, even for 2 people. Yummy homemade bison stew with bread and salad. You can see the butter is real, the bread is oven fresh and smells so good, and the stew is definitely homemade. We are now at the entrance to the Legislative Assembly, or Capitol Building of the Northwest Territories, which sits at the shore of Frame Lake. Materials were brought in by boat during the summer and ice roads during the winter. In the spring and fall, materials could not be brought in by land or water. Much of the actual construction was done during the cold, windy winter months, so there was very little welding and the building was pretty much bolted together. After 3 years, the building was finally completed in November 1993. A rock carving by the native Inuit Eskimos depicting the life of the Inuit Eskimos. The original territory of the Northwest Territories. The Speaker of the Legislative Assembly is what we would call a governor. He would be voted in by the elders of the villages, thus making him chief elder, and gets to sit on a throne like a king and used to have the power of a king. The Northwest Territories have continued to be divided up over many years, until in 1999 the province of Nunavut was carved from its eastern territory. Today, Northwest Territory has a population of around 35,000 and the province of Nunavut 25,000. The chamber where the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly presides over the 19 district legislative members who can speak 11 different languages. The etched frosted glass panels depicting the Northwest Territory surround the chamber 360 degrees to provide diffused natural light. Meet the muskox. A vegetarian that stands at 5 foot at the shoulder and tips the scale at around 900 pounds. They are actually an Arctic goat, appearing about 2 million years ago. While most animals evolve over time, the muskox have remained the same, not evolving since their beginning. They are perfectly designed for their environment and so do not need to change for survival. Their heads are lethal. Not even a pack of wolves dares to take on a healthy adult. They can surely surprise you with their quickness and speed. The downy soft undercoat that layers with this long outer coat is called kiviut. It is 8 times warmer than wool and extraordinarily lightweight. It is shed naturally each year during the spring months and then collected. No one has ever heard of anyone shearing a muskox. Would you like to volunteer? A frightened male herd forming a defensive line as we take off in the plane. A herd of reindeer. A red fox turns tan in the winter, never white. What would any adventure to the Arctic be without seeing the great polar bear? King of the Arctic. Now it's time to leave the daylight and see what the night can bring. You have to be patient and leave the city lights behind and look up in the sky in the late evening or early hours of the morning for your reward of bright stars and maybe, if you're lucky, a northern light show. So I went into the cold, dark, moonless night and looked up to the stars. I raised my hands to the heavens and I said, "Yo, God, up in the heavens, please turn on your colorful lights for all of us to see." Then, as if by magic, the sky slowly lit up in streams of green.
You are about to be taken on a journey. Blessed are the poor in spirit, that
Some native tribes believe that the aurora is made of souls dying and leaving the earth for the heavens. Others believe that the aurora is God sending new life to the earth, and yet others believe that it is the gods playing with foxtails.